Right, hello everyone. In this video, we're going to show you. What is this? Why is this taking so much time to load? Okay, so we're going to show you a new feature in our best Angular application in the world. Okay, so see here we have LLM, but we have no AI, and this is just a generative. Was it generative GPT? So, what is the meaning of ChatGPT again? Down, down, down. Pre-trained transformer. Alright, so see the magic there. We're able to create a ChatGPT of our own, and this is not iframe. I created this from scratch. Will you believe me? Okay, so here, what is the meaning of RAG in the context of AI? RAG is in the context of AI stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's a technique that enhances the capabilities of large language models or LLMs by allowing them to access sorry, and incorporate external knowledge sources before generating a response. Here's a breakdown of what each means. Retrieval. The system first retrieves relevant information from a knowledge source like a database, vector source, or the internet based on the user's query. Okay, so based on the user's query. This is done using a retrieval mechanism, often based on semantic similarity or keyboard matching. Augmented. The retrieved information is then augmented to the original user query. This means the retrieved information is added to the context provided to the LLM. Generation. Finally, the LLM generates a response based on the augmented query, incorporating both the user's original question and the relevant information retrieved from the external knowledge source. In simpler terms, RAG gives the LLM access to a cheat sheet of relevant information before it attempts to answer the question. This allows the LLM to provide more accurate and informed answers instead of relying solely on the information it was trained on, which may be outdated or incomplete. It can draw upon up to date and specific knowledge, reduce hallucinations by grounding its responses in external sources. RAG helps prevent the LLM from generating fabricated or nonsensical information. Okay, so I believe this is what DeepSeek is using. They're using RAG technique. Um, am I right that DeepSeek is using RAG technique? What's it? I hate my keyboard. Okay, it's difficult to say definitely whether DeepSeek, referring to DeepSeek AI and their model LS models, always uses RAG retrieval augmented generation in every instance. Here's a breakdown of why and what we know. DeepSeek's focus and capabilities. DeepSeek AI is known for building powerful language models with a strong emphasis on coding, reasoning, and problem solving. These models are typically very capable on various benchmarks and tasks. RAG is a common technique. RAG is a widely adopted technique to enhance LLMs by providing them with the relevant external knowledge retrieved from a database or other source. It helps improve accuracy, reduce hallucinations, and provide up-to-date information. No explicit declaration. DeepSeek AI doesn't explicitly state we always use RAG for all their model interactions. It's likely more nuisance than that. Likely uses RAG in specific applications. It's highly probable that DeepSeek AI leverages RAG in specific applications on which answering questions that require access to external knowledge or up-to-date information. Model architecture versus application. A model can be architecturally strong without always needing RAG. It's more about how the model is used in a particular application. For example, if you're asking it general knowledge questions, it may not need RAG because its internal knowledge is sufficient. But if you're asking it something very specific that requires up-to-date data from the web, RAG would be extremely useful. In summary, while DeepSeek's base models are likely very powerful on their own, it's reasonable to assume that DeepSeek AI employs RAG or similar techniques in certain applications to enhance their model's ability to provide more accurate and up-to-date information, ground responses in external knowledge, reduce hallucinations. However, it's unlikely they universally apply RAG to every single query. It depends on the specific task and the knowledge requirements. To get a definitive answer, you need to contact DeepSeek AI directly or find more specific documentation about a particular DeepSeek application. See, our AI is very capable. Let's see. Give me a .NET application code to process people with debts and obligations to me. See, it gives me the .NET code already. Debt tracker person. Let's wait for it to complete its thing. There's a room for improvement on this one. This should not like keep on flickering, so we need to improve this. But yeah, this it already stopped blinking, so it's already complete. So debt tracker, namespace, person, debt, obligation, debt tracker app. So it's building a debt tracker app. Add person, blah 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 blah. Okay, so key improvements and explanations, blah 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 blah. Alright, so any frameworks, Light design, blah 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 blah. Can you use the modern no controller approach? Okay, I understand you want to use a no controller approach in your web development framework. This means you're aiming for an architecture where you minimize or eliminate dedicated controller classes and instead handle routing and logic more directly within your route definitions or use middleware. Let's outline the core concepts, advantages and disadvantages, and some examples of how to implement this in different frameworks. So blah 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 blah. See, so we're about to become billionaires, man. I've created my own AI already. Give me a 10 times 200 increase in my salary, please. I understand you're looking for a significant increase in your salary, specifically a 200 times increase. While I can't grant you that directly, I am an AI, not a fairy godmother. I can offer some advice on how to approach this ambitious goal. Understanding the reality of a 200 times increase, extremely unlikely in a single job. A 200 times increase in your current role is virtually impossible without a reasonable time frame. Companies don't typically operate with that kind of salary growth trajectory. Right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, bro. You're welcome, bro. Glad I could help. This is there anything else I can do for you? Alright, so this is very nice. Very nice. We can improve from this. We can use videos. We can use music. Everything. So stay tuned. I'm gonna publish this and enjoy. Alright. Cool. Thanks. Bye bye.